Each morning arrives quietly, without asking for attention. The sun rises, light touches the earth, and life begins again. It happens every day, yet we often fail to notice it. We open our eyes, and already our minds return to yesterday, its worries, its mistakes, its unfinished tasks. But the morning does not remember any of that. It simply shines. When we see the new morning as truly new, something changes inside us. The air feels different. The body feels lighter. Even the smallest sound, like a bird singing or the kettle boiling, seems like a small gift. This is not because the world has changed, but because our heart has. We begin to sense that we are being invited to begin again too. Each day carries a quiet power, the power of renewal. No matter how heavy yesterday was, today offers a new chance. It doesn't need to be dramatic or grand. Even one small act, taking a slow breath, opening the window, standing under the morning sky, can remind us that life is always beginning. In this way, every dawn is a gentle teacher. It asks nothing, yet it shows everything. It tells us, the past has passed, and this moment is fresh. If we can pause long enough to truly see this, we may discover that peace is not far away. It has been waiting for us, quietly, with the morning light. Many of us wake up already feeling tired. Before the day even begins, our minds are busy. We remember the words we said, the things we should have done, or the people who hurt us. These memories follow us like shadows. They sit quietly in the background, shaping how we see the world today. It is natural to remember. Memory helps us learn, love, and protect ourselves. But sometimes we mistake memory for identity. We start to believe that what happened yesterday must decide who we are now. In this way, we carry an invisible weight from one day to the next. It becomes harder to see the light of the new morning when our hands are full of what is already gone. The truth is, yesterday is no longer here. Its stories exist only in thought. Yet our hearts often keep repeating them, hoping to find meaning or closure. The more we hold them, the more they hold us. The past becomes a cage made of our own thoughts. When we notice this, we can begin to soften. We do not have to push the past away, nor do we have to live inside it. We can simply see it, thank it for its lesson, and let the new day speak for itself. In that gentle space, the air becomes lighter. We begin to realize that we were never meant to carry yesterday forever. There comes a moment, often in the middle of an ordinary day, when we suddenly notice that we have been living somewhere else, in our thoughts, in our plans, in our memories. The body is here, but the mind is far away. It moves from the past to the future and back again, like a traveler who never rests. When we finally stop and realize this, something soft happens. We return, we breathe, we see the light on the wall, the sound of the wind, the feeling of our own heartbeat. For a short while, everything becomes simple again. This is what it means to awaken to the present moment, not to do something special, but to truly be here. The present moment is like clear water. When we stir it too much, it becomes cloudy. But when we allow it to settle, it reflects the sky. In the same way, when we stop chasing our thoughts, the heart becomes calm, and life shows itself as it is. Nothing added, nothing missing. This awakening is not a grand event. It may happen while washing a cup, walking to the mailbox, or looking at the evening sky. These small moments are gates to something vast and peaceful. Each time we awaken, even for a breath, the world feels new again. The gift of today is not somewhere far away. It is right here, waiting for our gentle attention. Every life is filled with restarts. We fall, we stand up, we lose our way, and we find it again. Some people see this as failure, but in truth, It is the natural rhythm of being human. No one moves in a straight line. We are all learning how to begin again, each in our own way. Starting again does not mean forgetting what has happened. It means meeting the present with fresh eyes. It means saying to ourselves, yes, that was yesterday. This is today. Even when things go wrong, when words hurt, when plans break, when we disappoint ourselves, the door to a new beginning never closes. It only waits for our willingness to open it. Sometimes we think we must be strong or perfect before we can start again. But beginning is itself the strength. It is the quiet courage to face this moment without the armor of excuses or regret. It is to stand in the middle of life and whisper, I am here. The art of starting again is gentle. It asks for no grand promise, no big change. Only a small step, a deep breath, a soft heart. When we learn this art, each morning, each breath, even each mistake becomes an opportunity. Life itself becomes a continuous beginning, a quiet, endless invitation to live more fully. Nothing in life stays the same. The seasons turn, faces change, bodies grow older, and even our thoughts move like passing clouds. Yet many of us struggle against this truth. We wish to hold on to youth, to love, to moments of joy, because they feel precious. But the more tightly we hold, the more pain we feel when things inevitably change. Impermanence is not a punishment. It is the nature of life itself. Flowers bloom, not to last forever, but to show beauty in their brief time. The same is true for our experiences. When we see that everything is always moving, always transforming, we begin to live with a lighter heart. We stop demanding that life should stay still. We begin to appreciate it as it is, alive, fragile, and endlessly new. Each day offers small lessons in impermanence. The warmth of morning tea fades, a familiar song ends, the sun slowly sets. These moments remind us, everything we love is temporary, and that is what makes it so valuable. If we can meet change with gentleness, we will find a strange peace hidden within it. A peace that comes from not needing to fight against time. To accept impermanence is to open our hands. It is to live fully in this moment, knowing that it will pass, and that this passing is what gives life its quiet beauty. When we understand this, even the simplest day becomes a sacred gift. In a world filled with noise and constant movement, simplicity can feel rare. We often believe that a meaningful life must be full of things, plans, goals, and achievements. Yet the more we add, the more we lose sight of what truly matters. The heart grows crowded, and peace becomes harder to find. Simplicity is not about having less. It is about seeing clearly. When we remove what is unnecessary, what is true becomes visible. A quiet morning, a single cup of tea, a short conversation with someone dear. These small moments reveal a gentle kind of strength. They remind us that life's depth is not measured by how much we do, but by how deeply we experience what is here. To live simply is to trust that enough is already within reach. We do not need to chase after more in order to feel complete. The mind that always wants something else can never rest. But the mind that says this is enough finds peace wherever it stands. Simplicity also brings kindness. When we no longer feel pulled in every direction, our hearts soften. We listen better. We move slower. We begin to notice others' quiet joys and quiet pain. In simplicity, life breathes easily again. The gentle strength of simplicity is not loud or proud. It whispers softly. When we stop trying to fill every moment, we begin to feel the fullness of life itself. Change is one of the few things we can be sure of in this life. Still, many of us meet it with resistance. We feel safe in the familiar, our routines, our roles, our expectations. When these begin to shift, we may feel lost, even frightened, as if the ground beneath us is moving. Yet change is not our enemy. It is the natural movement of all things, guiding us toward growth and renewal. When we look closely, we can see that change is happening all the time. The body breathes in and out. The weather moves from sunlight to rain. Even our emotions rise and fall like waves. Nothing stays still, and this is not something to fear. It is the rhythm of life itself. The fear of change often comes from thinking we will lose control. But perhaps control was never truly ours. Life is not something we can hold tightly. It flows, like a river that finds its way to the sea. The more we try to stop it, the more we suffer. When we learn to move with it, we discover calmness, even in uncertainty. To understand change without fear is to trust that every transformation holds meaning, even when we cannot see it yet. What seems like an ending may be a quiet beginning. What feels like loss may be a hidden gift. When we open our hearts to this truth, we no longer need to fear the unknown. We begin to walk with life, not against it. Life is not always gentle. At times, it brings pain, confusion, and disappointment. We lose people we love. We face illness. We struggle with uncertainty. When these moments come, our first reaction is often to fight, to resist, to fix, to escape. But sometimes, what truly helps us is not to fight harder, but to see more clearly. Calm awareness does not mean pretending everything is fine. It means being present enough to see things as they are, without adding fear or anger. When we meet difficulty with calmness, we make space for understanding. We begin to notice that even in pain, there is something steady within us that does not break. That quiet center is what allows us to stand, breathe, and take the next step. Challenges test the heart, but they also reveal its depth. A storm can uproot a weak tree, but it also strengthens the roots of one that bends with the wind. In the same way, hardship can soften our pride and deepen our compassion for others. When we bring calm awareness to what hurts, we begin to see that pain is not an enemy. It is a teacher. It shows us where we hold too tightly, where we expect too much, where we forget that change is natural. Through this understanding, the heart becomes gentler and wiser. In meeting life's challenges calmly, we do not escape suffering. We transform it into quiet strength. Every day offers countless small reasons to be thankful, though we often walk past them without seeing. The warmth of sunlight on our hands, the sound of a familiar voice, the comfort of simple food, these quiet blessings fill our lives, whether we notice them or not. Gratitude begins the moment we stop and see what is already here. Gratitude is not about pretending that everything is perfect. It is about recognizing that, even in difficulty, there is still something good. When life feels heavy, gratitude can become a light we hold in the darkness. It reminds us that we are still alive, still breathing, still able to begin again. When we take a moment to give thanks, our hearts soften. We stop chasing what we think we lack and start seeing the richness that surrounds us. This simple shift changes everything. The same day that once felt dull begins to feel alive. The same world, seen through grateful eyes, becomes brighter and kinder. Gratitude is the first step forward because it opens the door to peace. It turns "I need more" into "I have enough." It turns "I am alone" into "I am connected." From this place, we can move through the day with ease and steadiness. Each new beginning grows from this soil of appreciation. When the heart says, "Thank you," life quietly answers, "You are welcome." Each day begins with light outside, but the real dawn happens within us. It is the moment when the heart wakes and sees life as it is, fresh, unrepeatable, and alive. We may not notice it every morning, but this inner sunrise is always waiting. It comes when we let go of yesterday's burdens and allow the present moment to touch us fully. To see each day as a new beginning is to live with openness. It is to meet the world without armor, to accept joy and sorrow as they come, and to know that both belong to the great rhythm of being alive. The world does not need us to be perfect. It simply asks us to be awake, to see, to care, to be present. When we live this way, even ordinary moments shine. The act of breathing, the sound of footsteps, the look in someone's eyes, each becomes a reminder that life is happening right now. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing is missing. Every moment, no matter how small, holds the possibility of renewal. Before we close, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to those who have given kind words, shared thoughts in the comments, or offered support through likes, channel subscriptions, super thanks, and membership. It means more than I can say. Your presence creates a circle of warmth that reaches far beyond this screen. May this day, and every day that follows, be your own new dawn, quiet, gentle, and full of light.